So, Tsung, what touched you in the workshops or in this work in general?
Yeah, what touched me was a renewed sense of mystery with women and the depth of relationship that's possible. That's possible. I mean, I have what I'd consider good relationships with women. I have good women friends, and I feel like I have deep relationships with women. But there's something that feels restored. When I was doing the gender history lifeline in a workshop in South Africa, I was reminded of this little girl that I knew in my neighborhood who would take me on walks, and we'd walk on arm in arm through the neighborhood. And I remember this sense of kind of joyous, mysterious delight, like, who is this being? And the gender work feels to me that it honors that deep sense of communion between men and women, and not in it, and it's beyond sexuality, it's beyond romance. It goes so far beyond that, just into the deep honoring of each other's experience as gendered beings, and it has nothing to do with sexual orientation, it has nothing to do with any of that, but that there's a way that I can learn from the other half of the population, which has a profoundly different experience of the world we live in, and that I can grow from that relationship and from developing those relationships. So that touched me, and the sense of you and I were talking about it as spirituality, but spirituality in a sense of just honoring nature, and that's what it feels like to me. Like, there is this natural part of our experience that is being men or women that feels sacred. It feels sacred, and the sacredness of the work, the sacredness of that aspect of our experience is what touches me in the work. That it intentionally reclaims those relationships, that we can have something much deeper and much more profound than just a fling, or the things that happen out in the world, like in life. That there's kind of this way that things get condensed to very few possibilities, and the gender work opens up the possibilities in a way that touches me deeply.
Do you think the workshop provides tools to do that, or how does that happen?
I do think it provides tools, and I think it does it in a really stealthy way, but a very smart way. Just the exercises that you do when you're sitting down in a group of 4 or one-on-one with someone, and they're teaching you, without you knowing, it's like they're teaching you how to listen deeply to someone else. They're teaching you how to disclose, how to share your experience at a personal level, in a way that's not about theory and not about abstracts, but about what really happened for you, what really happens for me. And so I feel like it teaches relational skills. It teaches relational skills that help you bridge that seeming gap between men and women.
So I'm getting this sense of truth-telling.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Like that perhaps we as men and women never really tell each other the truth.
Right. And that's been amazing to be able to share the truth of some of my experiences with women and with men too. It's funny because I feel like it goes without saying that it applies to both. I share with men and women, but it's really interesting to share. Well, it's profound on both sides, really. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for taking the time to do this with me this morning.
Thank you too.